You talk about discovering beauty in India, but so many of the images and pictures that we see are of poor kids, dirty streets, garbage piling up. What advice would you have to give people to look past the dirt and the grime and discover the beauty that you have seen in India? How would people discover that beauty?
It comes really from experience and reflecting on that experience. Poverty and beauty coexist in India. I remember very clearly one of our neighbors, my father died when I was 8. We had a very poor time financially. I have actually slept on the streets, only 2 nights, but I have actually slept on the streets because very often we were sleeping with friends' houses. And there were 2 nights when no friend was available to take us in. So I actually slept on the streets. So we grew up in a very poor situation. And our next door neighbor was a single woman, widow, with 2 grown-up sons who were both of them unemployed, and her father-in-law, who was also unemployed, dependent on her. What did she do for a job? She cleaned vessels in houses in the neighborhood when she could find work of that sort to do. That was the income of the house. And when I would come home from school at about 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, my mother was often not at home because she was out working. My father had died, so she was out working. To raise money for the family, to produce money for the family. When I came home, this neighbor lady would inevitably, unfailingly ask, "Oh, you've come back from school, great, come and sit down, how was your day, tell me about it. What can I offer you to eat, what can I offer you to drink?" Now, that kind of generosity you don't find easily. A very poor person being, incredibly generous. So, if you have experiences of real India, then you discover the beauty and ugliness, exploitation and incredible human spirit exist together. And really in India, what you find to celebrate at the end of the day is the quality of the human spirit. People in impossible situations, demonstrating a quality of life that a lot of people in the West would envy. You find children who are very poor laughing and having fun. You find a quality of human relationships that you often don't find in the West. I'm not saying everything's, beautiful, hunky-dory in spite of the poverty. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously, there are nasty things that happen as a result of poverty as well. But if nasty things happen as a result of poverty, that's expected. But if beautiful things happen as a result of poverty, then that's stunning.